Hi students, my name is Harsh and today I am going to tell you a beautiful story about two young monks. The story is called Sailing Ships and Sinking Spoons. The author of the story is Jamyang Gyaltsen and the illustrator is Ngawang Dorjee. This book was published by Pratham Books. Tenzin and Tashi were two young Tibetan monks. They lived in a small monastery on a beautiful green hill. Here it was lovely when it rained. When Tashi looked out of the window one late morning, the rain was coming down hard. Rivulets were forming where the water had made paths on the muddy road. Tashi couldn't think of a better way to spend this afternoon sailing paper boats. Tashi and Tenzin set about making paper boats. As soon as the rain stopped, the boys ran outside. They sailed the paper boats they had made, some big and some small. The boats floated nicely and the two young monks were very happy. As they trotted back home, they saw Gyaltsen. Jenla lived in a monastery and told the children the most beautiful stories. Jenla, shouted Tenzin, can you tell us a story about why boats float? Gyaltsen thought for 1 minute and said, I don't know why boats or ships for that matter float, but I am curious to find out. Now children, remember, Jenla is a polite way of addressing your teacher in Tibetan. Jenla and the children decided to go and ask Miss Sonam, the science teacher, if she knew why boats float. Tenzin and Tashi gently pulled Gyaltsen out of his chair. They held his hand to help him walk. When they reached her room, Miss Sonam was reading a book. Tashi Delek, said Jenla, Tenzin and Tashi. Tashi Delek, she replied. We have a question for you, said Jenla. Now remember children, Tashi Delek is a common Tibetan greeting where Tashi means good fortune and Delek means well-being. Yes, can you tell us what makes boats float on water, miss? Tenzin asked. I can, said Miss Sonam, but maybe we can find out together. Before they knew it, Miss Sonam was giving them instructions. Tenzin, please go and bring a plastic basin from the kitchen. Tashi, please fetch a small bucket of water. And Jenla, hold this apple. Please don't eat it. Miss Sonam asked Tashi to fill the tub to the brim. Now Jenla, she said, dip the apple into the tub please, enough to cover it completely with water. Jenla gently dropped the fruit down in the tub and pushed it down with his little finger. Some water spilled out. Tenzin and Tashi shrieked, the water is flowing! Jenla let go of the apple and it rose up. Miss Sonam was smiling. What happened here? She asked. Jenla pushed the apple into the water, said Tenzin. The water spilled, said Tashi. The apple's floating, said Jenla. Correct answers, all of you, said Miss Sonam. Now can you tell me how much water spilled, Tenzin? Was it about half a cup or one full cup? Tenzin looked at the water on the table and on the floor. He said, maybe 1 cup. That sounds right, said Miss Sonam. Jenla and Tashi nodded in agreement. Now take the apple out. Tashi, fill up the tub again. Here, Tenzin, will you drop this spoon into the water? Tenzin did. The spoon sank to the bottom. Too heavy, Janla said. Not as heavy as the ship in the sea, said Tenzin. Very little water spilled this time. Not even a quarter of a cup, said Tashi, sad this time. Again, you are all correct, said Miss Sonam. Then she asked, did you see? After Janla dropped the apple into the water, the apple pushed away some water before it could float. Is that the water that spilled? Asked Tenzin. Yes. So the apple could float because it pushed away more water than its own weight. That means the apple is lighter than the water it pushed away. What about the spoon then? Janla said. Well, the spoon also pushed away water, but much less, certainly less than its own weight, so it sank. What about the large ships in the sea on which there are so many people? Asked Tenzin. And many spoons that sink, added Tashi. The spoons won't make a ship sink. The ship is big enough to push a lot of water away. Again, like the apple, more water than its own weight. You don't notice because in the ocean there is so much water. The ship is lighter than the amount of water that it pushes away. They were all quiet for a bit. I think I understand, said Tenzin slowly. Can we sail some boats now? Asked Tashi. It's time for my tea, said Janla. Miss Sonam smiled. Yes, enjoy yourselves, she said, and gave the boys color paper to make boats. Tenzin and Tashi made more colorful boats and set them down into the water. I don't see any water spilling now, said Tashi. No, silly, the water doesn't always spill. It just gets pushed away, replied Tenzin. I think the boats just make some space for themselves in the stream, said Janla. They watched the blue and yellow boats, red and green boats, and white boats sailing like prayer flags floating in the stream.